bitch back at it again with yet another few special art now because I'm the baddest what? Trans bitch on YouTube, and it's of the what girl? That's of the purest bitch. So before we get into the video, I know you guys are like, why the fuck are you whispering, bitch? Like, are you kidnapped? Do you need help? No. Everybody in here is asleep. The people living with us right now, they are in the living room, and their kids are in there as well, and I'm not trying to wake nobody up. So I'm trying to be considerate of everybody and just, like, you know, not be too loud. But I just thought about the story time because I'm tipsy and I'm feeling a little mixy. This story time is going to be the time about how I met Armon. And, like, the reason I gave him the name Armon is because, like, Armon is so fucking handsome, y'all. Like, Armon and Trey. Armon is so fucking handsome, girl. You know, I was hoping, like, maybe one day, like, when I get up there and Armon happened to, like, see a picture of me, girl, and I'm looking real cunt. He's like, damn, like, that bitch fine as fuck. He like, what's up with you? I'm like, daddy, nothing. Like, I want to see what Regina was talking about. This is basically sort of about how I met Armon. Now, for some backstory, this half of this story takes place in 2020. Well, 2019. Okay, so actually, because I'm feeling a little mixy, a little messy, just a little bit, because I am drunk just a little bit. I actually met Armon when I was in high school. He used to play for our football team. Me and him, we used to take an English class together. We didn't really talk to each other like that, but I would just see him in passing, he would see me in passing. It would just be like a glance and that was it. We never really bothered each other or anything like that. He didn't, like, he wasn't rude to me. He didn't bully me, you know, none of that stuff. He would just be like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm like, hi. But when I first got there, he was the first guy I had seen because he used to be somewhere in the building, and I was late all the time. So do with that information what you will. I was like, damn, this man is fine. Like, he was so fucking fine, y'all. He still is. He still is. One day, you know, I was scrolling on Plenty of Fishes, like, way after COVID happened, and they shut down the schools and stuff, and everything reopened. This is, like, now in 2021. And I was scrolling on Plenty of Fish, and I just happened to see Armon. I'm like, wow, this nigga looks familiar. But then, like, he texted me. He was like, what's up? And I was like, hi. And he was like, so what's up with you? I was like, oh, nothing. What's up with you? He was like, nothing. At this time, y'all, I was very, like, feminine. Like, I didn't look like, you know, how I did in high school. Like, I already went under, like, my hormones and things like that. I had boobs then. I had on this orange outfit with my hair, like, in this braided bun, y'all. My titties was looking nice, bitch. And I had my little V-line skirt on, girl, that I cannot seem to find for some fucking reason. I was so shell-shocked because I kind of thought I knew who he was, but I kind of didn't know who he was. So I'm explaining to y'all what he looked like now. I'm not going to explain to y'all what he looked like then, because then y'all put two and two together. I'm explaining what he looked like now. So now he has locks. He has dreads, whatever you want to call them, dreads, locks. I call them dreads, I don't care. So he has dreads now, and he's like a brown skin, my skin tone, but like probably like a, I'm going to say a little bit, I mean like a little bit darker than me. He had like tattoos. He had like the thick build, but like not thick, like slim thick. If that makes sense, girl. He had like a big ass booty, y'all. Like, his booty was so fucking big, y'all. It was so big. But this time he was actually going to college, where there was a scandal that happened all around Memphis. Not gonna say too much, but you figure it out, bitch. Figure it out, bitch. Figure it out. He was like, well, you know, what you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing anything, you know, how have you been? He's like, I've been good. I'm like, well, how's, you know, college going? He was like, oh, college is pretty good. I'm like, cool, that's what's up, So he was like, are you doing anything tonight? I was like, nah, I'm just chilling at home, you know, minding my business, doing what bad bitches do, kick their feet up and watch TV with the cat, you know. Would you mind if I pull through? I said, no. You can come on through. Alright, I'm gonna be there. It's gonna take me like 25 minutes to get there because I'm trying to XYZ 1, 2, 3. I ain't gonna put all that up in here. So I was like, cool. I jump out my bed. I run to the bathroom. Y'all know what I do, girl. Like, I had a sewing at this time, girl. I'm trying to make sure my hair is looking right. Like, I'm trying to make sure that my boobs is sitting right. You know, my skirt is looking tight and my throat is alright. Okay. I get a little knock at the door and I'm just like, bitch, it's so hard. So, girl, you know, I'm walking to the door and stuff, girl. I'm feeling real cute, real fish, girl. My hair's long like my nails and it's touching my ass, girl. That's how my lashes didn't stay done, but I am slim thick and my body is on snatch. That door opened, baby, and I thought I saw Bob Marley himself in the flesh. That man looked so fucking good, y'all. He came on in, girl, with his sweatpants on, his fitted Nike sweatpants with his slides, his feet little. He got like a little waddle walk too, girl. He over there waddling past me and whatnot, girl, like a little pregnant penguin. And I'm just looking, girl. That booty was just moving. It was just moving. He's like, well, you know, where am I supposed to go? I'm like, go to, you know, your left or whatever. So he was like, all right, cool. So he walking on by, so girl, his pants sliding down. As he walking, girl, ass, she's just hanging out the top of them damn sweat. I'm tiptoeing in my French tips all the way back to the bedroom, bitch. I see him sitting on my bed, girl. He's like laying down, you know, posted up on his phone, texting, whatever he doing. I'm like, nah, baby, it's time to put that phone down. I'm gonna take a shot of it. We're gonna do a shot. You see how high this is, y'all? I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. I'm just like, man, you already know what time it is. He gives me that look, and when he gave me that look, I knew them panties was coming off. And I was like, excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. I mean, my, like a pelican fly. I mean, you're so shot, and I'm loving your side. You like sticking to the guy for the dick on the side. Stands up, girl. He whips his sweatpants off, girl. When he whips the underwear off, baby, that dick. Oh, he had a pretty dick, y'all. Like, you ever seen a brown skinned man? Skin on his body match the skin on his testicles. That shit was like, oh, I'm finna eat. I pushed him back on that bed, girl, and I got to eating, girl. I got to eating that man's dick off the bone, girl. I ate his dick off the muscle, and I'm allergic. I can't, girl. I was like, fuck that shit, bitch. I got my EpiPen. I'm finna devour this muscle, girl. I'm doing tricks, baby. I'm using both my hands, girl. I'm baby. I am working this man's piece out, and he's loving that girl. Like, he's moaning and groaning, girl. He done grabbed my hair, girl. He done started like grinding his pelvis, baby. He started shoving this thing in my mouth, baby, girl. Like, I got up and I said, stand in front of me. He jumped up real quick. I sat down on the floor. He stood in front of me. I threw my skirt up, baby. I get to working on my piece, baby. So he's sitting in front of me, girl, and he's fucking the shit out of my throat, y'all. Like, I mean, I'm like, ugh. He reached down. He started playing on my nipples. Oh my god. One thing about it, if you have a man that loves to touch your nipples, ladies or gents, and he's a nipple sucker, he nasty. And I mean, he's real nasty. He'll do anything. He's so nasty. I'm like, oh, this shit's turning me the fuck on, girl. So, you know, I stand up here and was like, well, what you like to do? I said, well, you know what? I would like to see what you about. He got on the bed. Baby, I stand up, girl. I put my piece by his face. Girl, he gets the girl. Like, that man was going haywire on my girl. Like, he was eating me like it was his last freaking meal. Like, when I tell you that man, I could feel his stomach acid. He was eating out my, do you hear me? I said, turn over. So then, like, girl, he gets on the bed, he turned over, baby. I spread them big ass cheeks apart, girl, and I gets to sucking on that whole girl. So I'm eating the fuck out of his ass, girl, but my tongue all in it, girl. Like, I'm like making that shit lather up, girl. Like, it just sound like a macaroni in a pot, girl. My tongue's so deep in it. I took his dick, girl, bring it backwards, girl. I get to sucking on his dick backwards, girl. I'm playing with the tip. I'm sucking the peanut out the tip, girl. He's just enjoying himself. He's like, what you want to do? I'm like, well, I want to fuck you. He said, all right. So, girl, like, you know, he gets on the bed, girl. I get my lube and my condom, baby, and I stick my dick in him. He couldn't take it, y'all. And that's okay. He couldn't take it, and that's okay. We're going to fast forward because I have a lot of time left. So we're actually going to do a 2-in-1 story time. Now that you've made it past the beginning of how I met him, this part right here is going to be about my first time with a girl. A biological girl. One day, you know, I was chilling. At this point in time, me and Armon, we kind of like wasn't talking that much. We linked up a couple of times. We linked up in like a storage unit, y'all. Like, we was definitely all around. At that time, I had my car too, so we was definitely all around everywhere. Like, y'all, we was lit. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. We was lit, girl. He fucked me, and his dick was so good. He hit me up again on the same app, Plenty of Fish. So I'm like, hey man, what's going on with you? I ain't talked to you in a minute. What's up? And he was like, oh, you know, I was trying to see if you was interested in, you know, fucking a girl with me. Now, mind you, I have never in my life liked women. Like, never. And when I say liked women, people are going to try to find a way to go around what I'm saying when I say liked women. So let me go ahead on and break it down for the bitches out there. And when I use bitches, I'm not talking about women. You don't respect bitches, you respect women. At least that's what I was raised on. So whatever. The bitches out there that try to make everything an issue with a trans person, let me explain to you what I mean. So when I say I didn't like women, obviously that very much so means that I was not sexually attracted to women. I mean, common sense would tell you that, if you have any. So I was like, you know what? Yes, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Like 100%, I'm down, because that nigga was free, or I'm down. Whatever he was on, baby, I get you now. I was on. So he was like, okay, cool. So, I'm driving around. I'm like, okay, well, do you know who it is? He was like, yeah, I know who it is. I'm like, okay, well, would you mind sending me a picture of her? And he was like, yeah, I'll send you a picture. Make sure you send me a picture of you too, so I can send it to her. I'm like, does she know that I'm, He was like, yeah, she knows. Like, she was the first girl who ate my ass. I said, oh, so you got you a real woman. Not saying because you don't eat the booty that you're not a real woman, but I'm just saying, like, she don't give a fuck about nothing, girl. Like, she was like, you know what, I'm pleasing my man. Girl, Gag is, though, at this time, like, I'm getting a little loud because I'm starting to get excited again. Oh, my God. So Gag is, y'all, he actually has a new mother, and he had been messing with this other girl for about, like, I want to say a year. Because he met her his senior year of high school, I think, or maybe like less than that, I don't know. Do y'all remember when I told y'all back in this story time about the wildest threesome ever, how I had sex with a girl and things happened? Y'all probably don't remember. I ain't gonna tell what video it's in, but whatever. So basically, y'all, this is the story time. So, he sent me a picture of her. Y'all know that I knew this girl? Like, I knew her. She was real popular on TikTok. When the shutdown happened, she was very, very popular, very pretty, brown skin girl, very thick. She had these cute almond eyes, and I always saw her in school. And I was like, dang, I wonder what she looks like without clothes on. But I never, said that to her, obviously. Like, why would I say this rude? But, I always wondered what she looked like without clothes on, because her body was just magnificent. And she was very beautiful. So, that was a straight man to me at that time. So, girl, I was like, I know her. He was like, how you know her? Let's just say her name's Calacious. So he's like, how do you know Calacious? I'm like, well, I know Calacious because she was in my 5th period Miss Lee's class. I'm going to say the name because y'all don't know who I'm talking about. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. He was hanging out with this heavyset light-skinned girl all the time. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. So it was like, dang. He's like, what school did you say you went to? I said, I went to that school. He was like, I know you now. I was like, you do? He was like, yeah, I remember you. I was like, how you remember me? It's like, so I always do certain things. And I used to see you. And I was like, yeah, because I was trying to tell you I used to remember you. But at that time, you didn't have a specific hairstyle. You had another hairstyle. He was like, yeah, you used to always be in this area of the school. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? So, girl, we done kind of bonded over that. So now everybody is so comfortable. She even said to him, she was like, hey, I know her. I'm like, bitch, we're friends. It was such an awesome feeling to be linking up with people that are like, my lips are so dry. Hold on, because this is bothering me. At that moment, it felt so good because it was somebody that I knew, that I was familiar with, that was familiar with him, that was okay with him messing off with trans girls, that knew his tea, that also knew me. So it just felt like everything was just natural. It was bound to happen, honestly, in my opinion. So he was like, hey, it's going to be 25, 35 minutes because, I'm going to be getting off work at 8 and then I'm going to go pick her up. And then by the time I pick her up, we should be headed your way. I said, okay, bet. This time I had this black and red sew-in. Y'all remember on TikTok, when I got on TikTok that night. If y'all from TikTok, I got on TikTok that night. And I told y'all, if y'all from Snapchat, I got on Snapchat that night. I was at work. I was working for Clarion. I was in this big-ass fucking glass thing. And I said, I had sex with a girl. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? If you remember that, bitch, this is story time right here. This is story time right here. Go in there. I got myself together. I went into my shower. I had a cute-ass crop top. My orange skirt with a little slit in it. My hair was looking cute. I made her a ponytail because I already knew I was going to get ready to handle business. It was nothing. Do you hear what I'm saying? It was nothing. So I done clean my room up, girl. I done fix my bed up, girl. I got my feet together. I got my little socks on, my little grippers. Just in case, it may be a moment where I'm going to have to probably But I was like, I don't know, because I'm not really into it. So I'm like, I don't know. This shit want me to, like, girl, I might just, like, step my dick in a little Gucci kimono. I'm hoping this girl don't want me to fuck her, because I know I'm not physically attracted to women, like, at all. So, you know, I'm sitting in the house, you know, he texts me, we're here. I'm like, great. So he pulls up girl in his car. I'm not going to tell what car it is, because, you know, I can't be too descriptive. And, you know, he gets out, and I see her. She's like, hey, Fletch. I'm like, hey. And then he was like, hey. I was like, hey. So we all, you know, come in. I tell them where my room is. They watch the, you know, I'm geeking by the door. I'm like, oh my gosh, give me this secondly happening. What am I going to do? Because, you know, I always used to watch porn. I would see, like, you know, trans girls, like, messing off with biological women and stuff like this. So I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, this is, first of all, this has always been a kink of mine. Like, I've always wanted to link with a biological woman and a straight man. I've always wanted to do that. And I finally got a chance to do it. So, hey. So we're all sitting there in the room, we're just looking at each other, and then that's when she was like, all right, so what's up? And that's when I was like, I mean, what's up, y'all? And he was like, I mean, what's up? So we all just like, shit, what's up? So, you know, she was like, well, first and foremost, what do you like to do? And she was talking to me, and she was like, you know, like, are you interested in, like, me giving you head, or are you interested in, like, you penetrating me, or like, what do you do? Because I want to make sure that you're comfortable. And that right there, that kind of made me hard, and it turned me on, because like, nobody has ever asked me that. Like, nobody has ever asked me, what am I comfortable with, what do I like to do? They've never asked me that before we do things. They just automatically assume that I want to be bent over and beat into oblivion, when that's like not always the case. I told her, like, you know, I'm interested in giving you head. She was like, okay, that's cool. She was like, well, what would you like for me to do? I said, well, I'm not really interested in, like, you know, giving me or anything like that, but I could try to, like, you know, fuck you. She's like, okay, cool. So, you know, Armon, he's excited about that shit. So, girl, Armon, he gets off the bed. He's like, well, let's get right to it. And I was like, okay. So, you know, he pulls her down by her waist and stuff. You know, she made this cute little squeal noise. So he pulled her down by her waist, and then she gets on the edge of the bed, and then, like, you know, he pulls her pants down. I was not at all expecting to see what I seen. Like I said, like, I view women as, like, being very, very beautiful and, like, art. When he pulled her pants down, y'all, I was like, maybe this is why straight men are so crazy about women, because everything looked so great. Everything looked so great. Like, y'all, like, there was no flaw, there was no scratch, no bump, no nothing. Everything looked great. And I said, this is hot. He pulled his pants down, girl, and he got to eating her out in front of me. And I was like, what the fuck, y'all? Like, that shit, I said, this is some hot ass shit. So, you know, I kind of like stepped back to watch him eat her out. And I was like, God damn, this shit looks good. So I was eating her out and whatnot, girl. You know, she's moaning and stuff like that. So I get down on my ones and twos, my threes and my fours, you know. Andre, he's bent down eating her out, right? So, you know, he's face down, ass up, dick out. You know, I go back there, girl. I get to sucking and licking and eating and kissing and tonguing everything back there. Everything all over the place. Why is it vibrating so aggressively? So then he stopped eating her out, and then he got up on the bed, you know, and he, like, you know how dudes get on their knees on the bed, and they, like, stand in front of you, but, like, on their knees while you laying down, so you can get them head, right? If you're not a virgin, you know what I'm talking about. So he's on the bed like that, and then she gets to sucking his dick, and she's just sitting there playing with her boobs and whatnot. So I'm just like, God damn. Don't I tell you, I was just looking like it was nothing. Y'all, hold on, let me switch my voice real quick. If it had been the time where I was like on my straight shit, I would say, baby, come here, let me show you something. Let me show you something. I tried to, like, not be like that, but in that moment, I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to see what this pussy about. So, y'all, like, she had, like, brought her legs up, and I walked over there, like, bro. So then when I was over there, y'all, I got down and I just said, I started eating her out, y'all. I was eating the out of her, girl, like, and I thought I was gonna eat her out. Like, I remember that video of that dude that was eating that girl out on Twitter or whatever it was, right? He was like sucking her, you know, her thing like it was a penis, cause he just got out of prison. It was like a little meme or whatever. Baby, when I tell you, I was over this slurping, girl. I mean, it was like it was like, y'all, I was eating that shit like it was spaghetti on a platter, y'all. I was tearing her up. I want to say, like, the way it feels on your face, it feels like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the sound effect I made is what it feels like. It feels like a, you know how if a baby puts their hands on your face? Well, ooh, whoa. That's not a good comparison, baby. Put like a pillow on your face. It felt like a pillow was just right here as I was down there, and it was just like massaging my little cheeks and my nose and right here. It just felt like a little pillow, like a little soft cotton. She's moaning and groaning, girl. She's holding my head. So after that, you know, he's like, well, I want to fuck. I was like, okay. Because I'm thinking right here, girl, I don't think I would do that. So, girl, like, after that, you know, he gets up off the bed. I mean, like, you know, he stands in front of her, girl, and he gets the fuck her in front of me. Like, I mean it, dude. Got her legs behind her head. He's stroking her, girl. Like, this girl is creaming on this man's dick, girl. I mean, like, he's like, from the side, hey, from the back, hey, from the front, hey, from the top, hey, that's the back, I want the back. He was beating her back in, and I was standing on the side, and I was like, I just couldn't know what to do like this. I was admiring. That was beautiful. She ended up laying like on her stomach, and then I'm standing up at this point. So then, like, you know, he starts digging at her from back that way. While he's fucking her like that, you know, he spread her ass cheeks apart. So then me, I said, well, damn, you got your dick right there. Let me go ahead on in. Let me see what you're gonna do if I put my mouth right here. So you know what I did? I started eating her ass like he was fucking her. And then she was so loud, y'all. Like, I'm just sucking on it. I'm just sucking on it, girl. Like, I got my tongue all in it, girl. I'm licking it and whatnot, girl. Like, I'm living for the moment. I'm living. I'm having so much fun. So, after that, you know, like, he busts his nut or whatever, you know. Me, I'm just, like, amazed. I'm astonished. She didn't nut or anything like that. You know, I wasn't expecting her to do that because then that probably would have scared me. So I'm glad she didn't. Everybody just had a grand old time. Like, the whole vibe of the house was so, like, the energy. God, the energy was so, like, peaceful. Like, everything was just flowing. Like, there was no, like, forceful anything. Everybody was just, like, at peace. So then after that, you know, I was like, well, did everybody have a good time? She was like, I had a good ass time. I had so much fucking fun. I'm like, girl, I'm glad you did. She's like, I had so much fucking fun. I'm like, girl, I'm so glad you did. So I did too. This is my first time experiencing this with a girl. I'm so excited. So y'all, like, you know, after that, you know, I get a towel for Armon to wipe himself off. He wipes himself off. And then, like, she wipes herself off, of course, with a different towel that I bring up in here. I don't get them use the same towel. You know, everybody gets themselves together, and I let them out, and that was that. So he texted me about how, you know, she wanted to do it again, and I was like, well, hell, I'll be down for it. She was like, you know, how when I ate her out, I did a very great job. I said, bitch, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? If you want to be, you know, quite technical, frank, whatever, when you're eating an ass, it's like eating a vagina. It's literally the same fucking shit. Like, a story time and a story time, y'all. Sadly, I actually mentioned this in one of my other story times. If y'all didn't watch it, you know, hey, it is what it is. But she ended up passing away, I want to say, a week and a half after that. I don't know how or what happened or how she ended, you know. But what I do know is I don't know if that's what her last role was in this world. I don't know if that was like her destiny, was to give me that experience. But wherever you are, Calacious, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be able to have that experience. And thank you so much for not judging me. And thank you so much for not judging him. And thank you so much for allowing us to be able to have that moment. Because that was a very special moment. And I'll forever remember my first time with you. I'm so thankful that you allowed me the opportunity to touch your body. And basically, y'all, that's pretty much it. Me and Armon, we still talk here and there, but he has a kid now, so I don't talk to him really at all anymore. But it's every now and again. It's just not often. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to share this with all your friends. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel for videos like this one. I promise you guys I'll be back with another one of my story times. Thank you. Y'all, I'm so drunk. It's crazy.